Nebraska voters also decided whether to end a state-funded scholarship program. It provides money for students to attend private schools. Now, about 57% want to repeal the law and get rid of the program. Now, you might remember that supporters had just 67 days to collect signatures to get the issue on the ballot. That is the shortest timeline in state history.